My name is Tina, and I want to thank you for joining me today and watching this video. What you're going to learn today are 5 proven ways that you can learn how to decrease inflammation. But before I go into that, I want to share a little bit about myself with you and who I am. My husband and I, we have 7 children. 4 of those children have dealt with Lyme disease, and some of those 4 have had chronic Lyme disease. If you or someone you know is going through the disease or has gone through it, then you understand how debilitating this disease can be. So why inflammation? Why are we talking about this? Well, we need to understand what inflammation is. Inflammation is a response of the immune system to either injury or to promote the healing process of what's going on in the body. Not all inflammation is bad. In fact, there's some things that are good about it. For example, if I got a cut on my finger, that area around that cut would be inflamed. Therefore, the process of that inflammation would help to promote the healing that's needed. However, for people that go through chronic Lyme disease, there's a lot of inflammation that the immune system is creating. Therefore, it's not good. And what happens is it starts to wreak havoc on the body. So what you're going to learn today is 5 ways that you can learn how to decrease that inflammation. And what I'm sharing with you, I am sharing because we as a family, we have gone through much research, much reading, and these are things through my doctors and other areas that I am sharing with you because these have been proven to work. And it's what I use for my own children. So let's get started. The foods you eat. This is a #1 area. So we want to learn what foods to avoid, because the foods that you eat will have an impact on that inflammation. The foods you eat will either increase the inflammation or it will decrease it. So we're going to address the areas of what to avoid. The #1 area that I want to talk about is processed sugars. Processed sugar can cause our body pain by increasing inflammation. What it does is it triggers the inflammation messengers called cytokines. The second food to avoid is called refined carbs. They have a higher glycemic index and they will cause inflammation to increase. A study found that a diet high in refined carbs led to a greater concentration of inflammation markers in the blood. So you want to avoid foods like white breads, pasta, rice, and potatoes. And then saturated fats. You see, saturated fats, what they do is they exacerbate the inflammatory response by triggering adipose. Now, this is really interesting because this is a fat tissue inflammation that will lead to heart disease. But however, also keep in mind what this will do is it's going to worsen the arthritis inflammation in the joints. Secondly, we're looking at a healthy diet. Now see, a healthy diet, what that's going to do is it's going to reduce inflammation and it will lessen the number of flare-ups and also reduce the pain that happens in the body. So let's talk about the kind of foods that you want to have in this healthy diet. So the first thing we want to look at is your dark leafy greens. These are your vegetables. So increase things like spinach, kale, broccoli, all those wonderful dark leafy foods. And then look at your fruits. Think of the words that end in berries. These are going to be really high in antioxidants, but also it's going to help decrease the inflammation. So I look at things like blueberries, raspberries. So you want to definitely add these foods to your diet. And then looking at unrefined grains. Okay, these are high in fibers as well as beans. So make sure that you're adding those into the diet. And then consuming nuts, because nuts, they have a high protein value to it. And then we want to look at foods that have omega-3 fatty acids. So think of things like tuna, sardines, foods like that. that are going to help to increase and add to the omega-3s. And then lastly, I want to think about vitamin D. Now we know that our natural source of vitamin D comes from the sun. So if you are not able to get out in the sun, I would highly recommend taking a supplement that has a vitamin D3. And when you do take that supplement, make sure that you're taking it with a spoonful of peanut butter, because that protein is what's needed to help the vitamin D3 to absorb. Thirdly, let's talk about sleep. Do you know that research has shown that we need at least 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep? So when we get sleep, this gives our body the chance to recharge and to do what it's needed to do. However, when you are dealing with things like illness or injury, we end up having disturbed sleep. So it makes it very hard for somebody dealing with these things. How am I supposed to get that sleep? Because actually what sleep will do is it decreases the inflammation. So there are natural things that you can do to help promote the sleep. Some of the things that you could try is cutting off your screen time. So we're looking at things like your phone, computer, TV, and do that about an hour before you go to bed. Dim the lights. Read a book. And lastly, I love this. Take Epsom salt, put about 2 cups of that in a hot bath, add about 10 drops of lavender essential oil, and what you're going to get from that essential oil is going to help to relax the body and put it in a state to where you're going to be able to get good rest. And the Epsom salt, you're going to get a great dose of magnesium out of that, which is really, really good. So you want to make sure that you're getting the sleep that you need. Fourth, we're going to talk about supplements. This was one area that our doctor had shared with me about needing to do. And one of the things that she shared was get on a good, high-quality supplement. Now, what she recommended to us, and what I do absolutely love, is doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Supplements. So what you're getting here is your XE Omega. This has your omega-3s in it, and we talked about that. The Alpha CRS, this is our Cellular Vitality Complex supplement. And then we have our Microplex VMZ. This is our whole food supplement. Now what I love about doTERRA's supplements and what I have learned about them is they have 22 essential vitamins and minerals that come from a whole food source. So we're talking about things like spinach, kale, broccoli, all those dark leafy greens that we talked about increasing and adding into your healthy diet. See, what happens is when you take a supplement that comes from a whole food source, your body recognizes that and it could absorb it and use it. We lack a lot of the daily nutrients that we should be getting on a daily basis. So it is vital that you're adding in a supplement in your daily regimen. Last is essential oils. Now I love essential oils, and I want to help you to understand what they are. These are natural, powerful, pure essential oils that come from the plant. So these either come from the stems, the seeds, the bark, the root of the tree. And what these do is these will add phenomenal benefits to your health. Now there's some essential oils that I use personally for our family. And we do use doTERRA's essential oils because what I have found is that they are the highest quality essential oil out there. I love how they source their essential oils from their indigenous region. That means you are going to get the highest quality of where that plant is grown. There is no synthetics, no fillers into these. They test their oils 8 different ways, and they send that all to third-party testing so that you and myself, for my family, we can be assured that what we are getting is the highest quality essential oil out there. So some essential oils that you could add into decreasing that inflammation would be frankincense. You could do 2 drops of that underneath the tongue every day. That's going to help to reduce the inflammation that's going on in the body. Turmeric. Turmeric essential oil is just powerful, and it's actually more powerful than the herb itself. So there's a lot of wonderful benefits that you're going to get from turmeric. It's actually going to address the brain, and it's going to help decrease the inflammation in the body. And then our copaiba. This is known as a CBD oil, and what this is going to do is it's going to help to reduce the pain, and it's going to hit the receptors, the 2 receptors that's going to address the immune system. And remember, the immune system is what triggers that inflammation. So that copaiba is essential in taking internally as well every day. I want to thank you guys for joining me and watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you want to watch more videos like this, get more educational videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you are wanting to learn more about essential oils, about the supplements that doTERRA has, I want to be able to offer you a free class. You can join that class by clicking the link below. Thank you and have a wonderful day.